Let's go! It's time! Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in up. In the jungle, we unite in up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock them, yeah, we got them, yeah, we fought them. Like that black and orange up on them. Single bottle, never stop it. So the beast and know them. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in the...
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. I am Big Cock Del Waltman. No one calls me that. Joined by Derek Davis. It's a miracle. He's here. He only shows up for big guests, so
right.
You know what that means. We got Glenn Goodberry in the house, also joined by Greg and Pork Chop. What's up, Glenn? Fuck the rest of these guys. What's up, buddy?
Fuck me.
Hey, fuck these guys. Hey.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see everybody again.
How's everything in the land of the Buffaloes?
You know, it's starting to get cold up here.
I'll bet fucking it's starting to get cold down here too.
My garage, man. My garage probably feels like Buffalo right now.
Dude, I saw the forecast for this weekend with us coming down there. It looks like it's going to be 65 during the day and sunny, and then you know it should be nice for you guys at night. I hate to say and live this life of luxury lately and opportunity, but you know it shouldn't be bad for the in stadium experience either at night.
Yeah,
Glenn, you're probably going to be wearing shorts to that game, right? That's shorts weather for you guys, right?
I honestly hate shorts. I do wear them, but yeah, this is like shorts weather. Sure, I could wear hoodie and shorts.
Derek, you can wear whatever you want when you're setting up in that first-star logistics.
Right, that's heated up there, man.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
It's
I forgot all
climate
about
control.
that, man.
Yeah,
we got to enjoy the sweet life for one game, and then they was like, "Yeah, we're not bringing these guys back in time."
It was glorious.
it's pretty nice.
I have no fucking idea. I'm in the upper deck, man.
You doing an upper decker right now? Is that what you said?
Please.
Are you guys drinking some 50 West? You should probably shout out our sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is a 50 West Miller Light.
Shout out to 50 West. Hey, by the way, Glenn.
Glenn's going to get his 50 West.
Yeah.
I'm having a child please McDonald's Coke Zero.
Well, Glenn, you'll be trying plenty of these come Sunday, bud.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying the is it Midwest
barbecue? Best
Did I say
barbecue.
that right?
I just said they
The-
contacted me one time like, Greg, it's Midwest Best, so I shout out Best every time I see it. Midwest Best, Glenn. I'm just so sick and tired of you. Every single day I'm like, oh man, this food looks good. I'm like, God damn it, Glenn posted. I gotta go all the way to Buffalo to get this food. So
Sick and tired of you.
This food looks killer, man. But every
here?
time I see it, man, it's all the way in Buffalo, man.
I think we glitched out a little bit there. Can you repeat the last 30 seconds?
Okay, yeah, no.
He was saying basically he was seeing how on your Twitter 90% of the food you eat is pizza and chicken wings, and he's getting sick and tired of seeing it, and he wants you to eat Midwest Best.
Yep.
So that you can find where the real good wings are, Glenn.
Okay, well, let's roll.
And this is what happens when I tell Derek and Greg to promote our sponsor, 50 West Brewery.
Right. 50
Hey,
West.
I was getting ready to, and then he started talking Midwest Best. But
That's the sponsor on Greg's one of his other 5.
Glenn brought up Midwest Barbecue. Midwest Best Barbecue.
I did. I apologize. I go right to the wings. But the 50 West beers look like they're going to go down pretty smooth too.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a shit ton of it. You like IPA?
yeah.
Sure. Whatever.
Well, there's a bunch
Then
of IPA.
They've got some of those sour fruit ales or whatever they're called. Those fruit sours. Those are really good as well.
Good.
There's a
Mac
nice
and cheese.
variety, courtesy of 50 West Brewery.
Right.
Shout out to Optimistic Bobby and the crew of 50 West for providing another 4 cases for this game as well. So thank you very much to 50 West. As you can see right there, nice little variety. Those will be on ice come Sunday, so we are excited for that. Thank you, 50 West. Since Derek and Greg don't know how to fucking properly say thank you, I will do it myself.
Right.
I'm saying
I'll
thank you by
too.
drinking some Doom Pedal. That's what I'm doing.
I say thank you
Bobby.
every day, deal, by drinking 50 West. So kiss my ass.
You have to do it over the show, guys. It's like
Right.
promotion for this part of the
I
game.
can't. It's not. Doesn't work in the group chat. Greg.
Yeah, for the podcast listeners, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. But moving on, we have Glenn here for a special reason. I mean, we like to have Glenn anytime, as you guys know, if you tune into this show. He's been a recurring guest. Probably been on him and Joe, probably been on about more than anybody else, honestly, that we've ever had. So we love those guys, both of them. Joe's just busy, so I don't even ask. I don't even bother asking him anymore.
Why? Yeah.
He's so busy
Joe-
with his own show and everything else. So
He's working his day job today.
that too. So we were talking before the show. These guys are going to be heading out, driving in tomorrow, starting at 6 in the morning. Correct, Glenn?
Yeah, we'll head out about 6 a.m. Probably about a 7-hour trip. Like I was saying, the flights are nice too, but also it's about the same, as far as travel time goes. And we'll head out Monday morning. We'll stay in the city for a little bit, have some breakfast, and then we'll head out.
Love it, man.
You almost sounded a little Midwesterner there.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a
headed
little-
out Monday morning.
I'm a little nasally today, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Glenn, that accent's Midwest as fuck.
I'm twanging it a little bit out here. I'll be driving down to Cincinnati on.
Y'all gonna come on down here to the valley, to the river?
I don't know if you can tell, but I stayed in Covington the last time I was down there.
The accent.
Are you no? So, Glenn, are you and Joe ever going to come down in your Ghostbusters uniforms at all?
Hey, you know what? If you want us to bring it for a little special thing with you, I'll let Joe know. We can.
Greg's got a fantasy.
We could set you up with a little, a meet and greet.
Hey, Greg will
gonna
have you
cost
over
you,
his
Greg.
house and get a nice piece of ass out of his freezer for everybody.
Glenn, for the record, ass is slang for cake. I keep
No,
cake
it's
in my
not,
freezer.
Greg. It's also slang for dead hookers.
So let's get into a little bit of Bengals Bills talk on the dead hooker note. I want to talk a little bit of injury to start things off. I did see Joe Mixon was listed questionable. It looks like Josh Allen's going to play. Are there any other questionable guys you guys have over there in Buffalo?
We look, other than the guys on IR, pretty healthy. Missing 2 linebackers, AJ Klein and Balin Spector, won't be suiting up for Buffalo. They're rotational guys for the most part. Klein gets a little bit more playing time. Spector did get a start this year or whatever. It'll be okay. The Bills have been playing a lot of 3 safety anyway. You'll probably see Poyer mixed in a lot more into the linebacker spot. He'll slide down. But other than that, Josh and his shoulder, everything else should be good other than some of the bigger names we have on IR.
Wasn't that what Josh does? He plays with a bad shoulder, right?
Last year was it the Tommy John ligament, whatever they call it? Yeah, and then this year he jammed his elbow a couple of games ago, re-hurt it Thursday night. He got re-jammed into the turf on a sideline hit, and he's being pretty cautious with it, but it's playable.
So do you think we might see a little less rushing out of him this week, or you think he's just going to go out there and play his version of Josh Allen ball?
To answer your question, I think you'll get a little bit more Josh Allen ball, but at the beginning of the year, they started off with a little bit of a different identity with Josh, and they were trying to get him to run less, to feature their running backs that are actually on the roster, kind of let James Cook work, and he seems like on the verge of ready to explode, right? Well, he did. He still has some good yardage this year. He is doing pretty well. He is performing pretty good. But there was a lot of complaints, especially, Bills Mafia was complaining a bit about not letting Josh be Josh. And you could see it. The numbers were still supporting that they were a good offense. but they were very slow starts after that 3 game winning streak that the Bills went on, where they were sort of dominating teams. But you know, Derek's you got me
I'm
messed
sorry.
up.
I gotta ask, Pork Chop, are you eating a candy bracelet right now?
Yeah.
I just
What?
see him over there. Just I thought he was like had one of those pull strings on his, and then I see him chewing. And I'm like,
Oh.
what the hell is this guy
Candy
doing?
bracelet.
Oh yeah, Halloween season, man.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews,
Yeah.
Glenn.
Hey, I've been here before. It was
No, that's right.
I just saw
Greg, he
Derek
was here a
over
long time before you. Shit, if we could afford him, he'd be a co-host over your ass.
You
Fair
guys
enough.
need to try it though, man. These fuckers are elite. You don't hands free.
It's like eating aspirin off a rubber band. I don't know if I could do it.
Oh, it's pretty tasty, Glenn.
Oh man.
So, Glenn, you guys recently signed Leonard Fournette. Do you think he'll be playing much this Sunday?
I can see him suiting up. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The Bills do have a tendency of liking their players to legitimately start on the practice squad to sort of get their feet wet in the scheme of what they're doing before they actually start putting them onto the field. With the Bills' current situation at running back, I could see him suiting up, but I don't know. They need a little bit of red zone help right now in those rushes. They don't seem to like to run James Cook inside the red zone. And, Murray's having a hard time with, sort of breaking through. But they're kind of giving Murray handoffs in shotgun situation. It doesn't seem like they're really giving him an opportunity to flourish. But there's a potential we could get some Fournette this weekend. But, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Future Halloween costume, short shorts like Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna have to probably work on the legs.
That dude's got some crazy quads. Holy cow. He always looked beefy, but when you see him come out in here, it's like 30 degrees outside. They just got their first snow of the season down there in Orchard Park. And, it was just like crazy to see him doing this. And then you see the massive quads that are like huge.
Yeah, Quadzilla there.
I couldn't stop looking at him.
Yeah, right? He was
it's like, I wonder if he'd been training for, like the Iron, like whatever those, guys that do all the bodybuilding shit and they're all bronzed up, that's what those freaking tree trunks look like, man.
No shit, man. He looked like Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
But a real question here from the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, not Larry. I don't know who Larry Taffy is, if that's a guy, but I'm assuming
Larry Taffy.
I went to high school with Larry Taffy.
Oh no!
Do you like Laffy Taffy, the candy?
Laffy Taffy. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just wondering. Now you have to fight Greg at the tailgate because he come on here the other day and is in a rampage about candies that I clipped up. And, he said anybody that likes Laffy Taffy, he will fight them.
Yeah, we can fight if you want, but I don't know,
it's a long
I'll eat a
line of
Laffy
people.
Taffy, but I'm not picking it out of the pile. You know what I mean?
Glenn, okay, you have a chance to redeem yourself. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Die Hard's Die Hard.
It's
a Christmas movie?
It takes place during Christmas.
Yes.
So
Same
is
as
it a
Home
Christmas
Alone.
movie? Do you view it as a Christmas movie?
Yes.
No.
Thank you. All right.
But, hey,
You're off the
Glenn,
hook, buddy.
Glenn, what about Home Alone? Is it a Christmas movie? Because it's also filmed around Christmas.
Yeah, it is a Christmas movie.
Shove it, Chop.
It's basically the same thing except for you have a kid versus.
Right.
I don't know.
We're not going
Home
down
Alone
this.
is just a story about a neglectful parents
Glenn,
around Christmas time.
Glenn, it's okay. It's okay, Glenn. They don't like taking losses. It's okay. We're cool.
Right.
It's cool, Glenn.
He's still fighting you over the Laffy Taffy thing.
No.
He's
He's
Like
fine.
a whole line of people ready to punch you in the dick
Right.
on Sundays.
A lot of people can, you can punch Greg in the balls.
We got a
All right,
super chat
fine.
here from Dustin. So, the sentiment of Bills fans and around the organization, is there a feeling of you missed the window, underperformed expectations? I'm not going to answer that for you, but go ahead.
There's mixed review. There's mixed opinion on that. I think, in my opinion, their best shot was that 2021 year, that 13-second loss to the Chiefs. Would they have beat the Bengals? There's always that, you know what I mean? But regardless, like that was their best shot, I think. But I don't know. I don't think the window's closed. I think we still have Josh Allen. They still have Stephon Diggs. They still have the core of their team. I've talked about it before with Joe, with maybe even you guys, just in the circles of, if you've got your guy, your window's never closed. So, you always have some sort of glimmer of hope with it. And maybe it's not like a Tom Brady window, but like, teams that have their guys typically always have an opportunity. So
I think your window's still wide open, and I'd agree, like, because of Josh Allen. As long as that guy's there, you guys are going to be good. One thing I want to talk about before we get more in the over-unders, which will focus more on the offense, and we'll talk about Josh a little more. Obviously, he's a big part of the team. But the defense, the rotation on that defensive line seems to be pretty crazy. When I was diving into stats, and we talked about it on Wednesday, you guys rotate a lot of defensive linemen, both at D-tackle and D-end. Second leading sack team in the NFL. So that's huge. I know that was a focus going in the offseason. And that's without Von Miller or Shaq Lawson, either one having a sack. So if you don't mind, just tell us kind of about the defensive line. Epinesa doesn't seem to get a ton of snaps yet. He has 5 sacks. Great pickup, I also thought, about Leonard Floyd, 6.5. Ed Oliver's, he got paid. He's got 5. Just seems like everybody's eating on that D-line, if you don't mind expanding on how good your defensive line's been this season.
Yeah, and they like to do that too without any sort of help. They like to rush 4. They aren't a heavy blitzing team for the most part. They like the heavy rotation. They do that a lot with even the linebackers, and they do that with the defensive line. I think they're really keeping fresh. Von Miller's been getting in lately. He's got a pitch count, so he is kind of rotating back in. So you'll see him probably this week on mostly third downs or bigger pressure situations, but they have been really pulling him off the field after his pitch count. So you'll just see basically the core that they're playing with right now. And Epinesa, he's a man on fire. He's really sort of taken off this year, and he's like blossomed. None of us really expected it. He was like a fringe or on the bubble player coming into training camp for us. Like, does he need to be? Or we really expected those types of numbers out of Greg Rousseau. And, without Daquan Jones, when that hit and we lost him, it was really like a shot in the gut. But they seem to be doing okay. And then they pick up, what's his name from the free agent defensive tackle, Love. Am I saying this right? What's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Well, you got.
They just got him yesterday.
Shoot! I can't remember who you guys just picked up.
I can look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
No, I am drawing a blank. But anyways,
was it Limble Joseph? Is that
yes?
correct?
Sorry, Joseph.
Yeah.
Man, I went total right. Anyways, so they're also leading the league in sacks per drop back. So they're being efficient too. On top of that, even being, second in the league in total sacks. There's always that sort of thing that lingers over Joe Burrow, like turnovers linger over Josh Allen, is that sack factor. Last year was a non-issue when Cincinnati came to Buffalo. Cincinnati dominated us in the trenches on both sides. Hopefully this week they can get a little bit of pressure on Burrow, because that's the only way you're really going to stop him. You got to get in his face.
Well, plus it won't be snowing and we won't be wearing white uniforms, so we won't have the advantage.
I got to bring this one up right here. Crypt Keeper says, look, Daddy, teacher says, every time a ref blows a call in Buffalo, a dildo gets its wings. Your thoughts, Glenn?
There's a lot going on there. There was a dildo thrown on the field one time. I've never seen wings on one, but that'd be interesting. I've seen them with balls.
I've seen them with the little dolphin. You seen the ones with the little dolphin on there?
Are you sure that's a dolphin? Chops?
Oh, it's a dolphin.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but it's they call it the fun dolphin or something.
It's got that little tickler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
It's got the main dildo and then the little dolphin tickler.
We can't throw those ones here because you don't get enough distance on them. You gotta,
okay.
You get. the aerodynamics are a little messed up. But yeah, what was that question again?
Dildos.
I don't know.
dildos have
I
you
don't
thrown
know.
on the
It
field?
heard 'em.
was from Crypt Keeper, so
I've heard them called bildos. You know, the
Yeah.
Patriots came to town one time and they threw it into the Bills fans threw it into the end zone. You know, Bills Mafia.
I think what
Yeah.
he's asking is, if the game doesn't go your way, will there or will there not be a dildo chucked out of the First Star Logistics suite?
I won't be bringing one.
Okay.
That's for sure.
who's got a dildo? I'm really pissed off.
Oh man, it was funny listening
Yeah,
to
it'll be the
Corey
last time I'm
Dillon
there.
discuss that.
Yeah.
Corey Dillon, not a fan of the Bildos.
No, not a fan of the dildos on the field. It's creative.
But yeah, Bengals and Brews brought to you by the Fun Dolphin. That's
The Fun Dolphin.
Darth Bengal
Right.
in the chat. Derek, did you get a chance to bring up the over-unders?
You know I did.
All right. Well, we might as well kick off there and run through these and then bullshit a little toward the end. But start right off with quarterbacks, passing touchdowns. So over-under for both guys looks like set at 1.5. I'll kick it off. I'll go first. And then we can kick it around the horn to Pork Chop and then Glenn and then Greg and then we'll end with you, Derek. Save the best for last there. So 1.5 tutties for both guys. I think they both hit the over, honestly. I'm not going to even go one at a time. I'll go with both. I could see, I mean, at least 2 for each of the guys, if not more. I don't think it'll be a low-scoring game. I think it'll be kind of high-scoring. I mean, there's not supposed to be any rain or snow in the forecast or anything like that. So I think it'll be a fun game, back and forth. So I'm going to say over for both. I mean, easily.
Yeah. So we're doing one at a time, or do I do both now?
Just do the
whatever.
touchdowns. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to go the over for both of them, too, because I'm going to go 3 for Joe and 2 for Josh. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Totally the over for me. Like Dale hit it on the head. I think it's supposed to be like perfect weather-wise for a football game, and I think they're both going to put on a show this time for sure.
I agree with that. Over for both of them.
Yeah, and I'm going over as well. I mean, that I think it's pretty simple on that one.
Yep.
So if you're listening, if you're a betting
It's a lock.
person, bet the unders for both.
You're right.
Somehow they're
Say
both
that.
Somehow they're both going to hit the unders if we're all choosing the over.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
some way.
And I will say these are all brought to you by DraftKings. That's where I found the best odds, I think, for the week was over on DraftKings. And what we're going to do is, if you guys want to, we'll kind of pick a couple of our favorite ones, and then I'll place a bet on. I'll make a parlay up, and we'll see if we can win us some money.
Well, I
let me ask you-
think we got to include both the quarterbacks there.
I like it.
Yeah.
We might
I like
have
it.
to include that. I mean, if we all clean sweep on it, so you may want to jot that one down to build as part of our parlay for this week.
Hey, Derek, when we win, how do we get the money?
I'm betting the money here.
Well, you use the word we, man. I'm looking for a payday.
Hey, Chop, we hit that correct score last week, didn't we?
No, I did. I did.
Glenn, did you see that? Chop predicted he bet the 31-17 on the Bengals, a smooth little
$20.
$4,600 payout.
For $20.
A buddy of mine last night was that one dropped interception away from winning $1,300 because he bet Will Levis under 223 or 223 yards, and that one last one where he dropped the interception. Oh, he was fired up.
Yeah,
Man.
that's gambling.
Pittsburgh fucked my 14 game parlay up right off the bat. Stupid bastards. God damn, I hate Pittsburgh.
And getting into passing yards here. So they've got them set both pretty decent. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you their averages. I've got them here in front of me. So Burrow on the season's only averaging 216 yards. We know he was on one calf for a lot of those games, and obviously we're going to say kind of toss those out a little bit and look at the Burrow we've seen last week, the one we think we'll get this Sunday. But Allen, 270 yards a game, very solid, obviously, like usual. And I talked about on Wednesday his completion percentage at almost 72%. I believe, is leading the league. Glenn mentioned. I didn't know if that was or not at the time on Wednesday, but I know it was really good for a guy who had questions coming out. I mentioned, so just wanted to hit that again. That he's having a really good season as far as completion percentage. But they have the over-under for Burrow at 262.5 and Allen at 272.5. So Allen's close to his average. Burrow's obviously, 50 yards over his average. But if we're thinking about the Burrow that played in San Francisco last week, the Burrow we expect that looks healthy coming out of the bye week, looks the best he's looked this whole season. It's interesting. So we'll start with Burrow, and we'll go around the horn, then we'll go around the horn with Allen. So with Burrow, I'm going to say over, but it's close. I think it'll be close because I think Mixon, they're going to try to get him involved like they did last week, and they're going to try to run the ball. So it wouldn't shock me if Burrow ends up with, 2 or 3 touchdowns, but only 240 yards. But I'm going to say he goes over. I'm going to say he gets somewhere in the range of like 278 or something like that. So not over by a ton, but I'm going to say Burrow goes over. How about you, Chop?
I was going to go over also and under 300. I was going to go around like 292. I know that's very specific, but that's the number that came to my head.
Well, who am I to argue with you after you hit the 31-17
when it comes to numbers just
score?
popping in my head?
Yeah.
But I figure he's going to go about 292, but I do think that Mixon's going to run the ball some because I think that they're going to be able to. They're going to have success running the ball, so they'll keep doing that too.
Yeah, I think Chops has a good point about running the ball. The Bills are one of the worst at big play given up by the run. But I think Joe Burrow's going to hit the over. I think he's going to have a good game against the Bills. Mac Jones had a really good game against the Bills a couple weeks ago. Why wouldn't Joe Burrow?
Yeah, fair point. And as far as the rushing, since you guys both mentioned it, I think you guys are like 30th against the run. The Bengals aren't much better. I don't think we're a lot higher. We might be 27th or something. But and we held McCaffrey pretty good, but Purdy got quite a bit of yards last week. But that seemed to improve last week. I don't know. We'll see because, once again, James Cook, pretty good running back, and obviously Josh Allen also can use his legs. Go ahead, Greg.
You know what? Like you said, Dale, it's going to be close. I think it's going to be oh, crap. Like you said, it's going to be
It's going to be old crap.
It's going to be old crap.
old crap. Old crap. I'm going to go slightly over as well. I think he just gets under 300 yards passing.
Gosh, you guys are seriously making me be the bad guy.
Yep, sure are.
I had
You're not going to be in the game, so it makes sense.
I had 260 in my brain whenever I thought about this game. So when I seen 262.5, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm going to take slightly under on that one. Just because of like what Glenn said, the Bills have struggled against the run, and I could look for this to be a big mix-in game.
Well, even last week, what was Joe's numbers? I don't have them off the top of my head, but I don't think it was a whole hell of a lot over this.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I can look it up real quick and find out.
And that was us saying, wow, Joe really had a breakout game, but he also ran for almost, 40 yards. So that was kind of his combined yards. I feel like equaled around 300, but even in his wow game, he was still close to that number. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. And if we're looking at
– So last week, Joe Burrow was 283 passing yards. So he was actually over.
All right.
For some reason, like you said, Dale, I was thinking he was close to that. But
yeah, I did too. But that's probably why we all got, somewhere in between the 260 and 300 for a lot of us as the number. Mm-hmm. We're thinking based off of last week a lot. And if the Bills are that's once again, it's going to be if they're getting pressure on them, like we talked about with that front four and the guys they rotate in and out. Now, Josh Allen at 272.5. This one will be interesting because a lot of Bengals fans are probably thinking, oh, okay. And say what you want about the snow. We're not going to get about the fucking weather.
Right.
It's not going to be the same weather either way. But I just think in general, the Bills are going to come out and they're going to be ready to play. If you don't think the Bills are going to be pissed off about how they lost in that playoff game on their home field to the Bengals, you're crazy. We've seen it already this year. We've seen the Browns, they're pissed off because they just hate us in general. And we usually our receivers always talk a little shit. And then you've also had, the Ravens, who we played pretty close against. But you're going to get all these teams' best shot, and especially a team you beat in the playoffs. So I'm looking for Josh Allen to have a big game. I'm going to say slightly under with all that said, though. I'm going to say he ends up with like 265 because I think he'll rush for another 50 or 60.
God damn, it's like we share a fucking brain, man. I was also going to pick the under, and the reason is because I think Josh Allen's going to use his legs. But he's also known for taking these long-ass shots, man, so he can take big chunks off of that 272 with each pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if Gabe Davis,
Davis.
hits a couple of deep ones, then that number, easily gets hit. That's the key.
Yeah, so I think he's going to go under because I think he's going to run the ball for probably 40 yards or more.
Josh Allen's over 20-yard throws have been very minimal this year with their sort of new identity. Last week was only one throw. I looked at the Bengals, what they've been giving up quarterback-wise this year because their defense has been relatively consistent even with Burrow's calf because that has nothing to do with it. And quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson has thrown, for 275 yards roundabout in there. And they usually end up with a turnover or two, which I could see Josh having, maybe a TD 2 or 3. But I'm going to take the under on Josh Allen. And I do see more running this game with Josh Allen because I do think they're going to see the Bengals are more susceptible to the run and may have that opportunity.
Cake eater.
Greg,
Yeah.
are you eating
No.
cake?
I was waiting. No, I didn't. I'm just waiting. I'm going to go over. I still think he's going to throw a crap load of yards. So old crap load of yards is all I'm going to say. But yeah, he's definitely going to be over. I think it's going to be a high passing game for both teams.
Well, what would support the over is how we're bend don't break a lot, right? And
Right.
we do
That's
seem
true.
to give up quite a bit of the yards, and then, like Glenn said, get a turnover when we really need it in the red zone and things like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they move the ball up and down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like this one. I'm going to take the under on it as well. Now the one I wish I would have posted up here, and I'll just go ahead and tell you guys, Josh Allen's over under passing plus rushing yards is at 303 303 and a half. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Because I would probably take the over on that one.
Yeah, I mentioned that I think he gets 50 or 60 on top of the 265. So if that's the case, he's sitting around 310 plus.
I would feel a lot more comfortable taking the over on that one.
Yeah,
I think it'll be close.
Yep.
I think everybody would take the over on the combined.
Yes.
Sounds like.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes.
All right, Derek, you got another one to pop up?
Yeah, Derek, what else you got?
Sir. So we're going to go into rushing yards here. And there's one bet on here that I absolutely love this week, but I'll let you go ahead and figure it out. But we'll start out, Dale. What's your thoughts on James Cook over under 49 and a half?
So he is averaging 60.8. And once again, I said both these defenses are struggling against the run. And I just think if they're smart, they're going to feed James Cook. They're going to try to get him going. Plus, it only takes one or two breakout runs to be hitting over 49 and a half. I feel like we've had quite a few 20-plus yard runs against us. So, I mean, shit, that's potentially two plays. He's right at that number. I would hammer this over. And I would potentially be thinking about that as part of the parlay, but I don't know. I don't want to go too Bills heavy on your parlay. So you might have to stick with the Josh Allen. But I'm thinking he's going to hit the over here.
Well, I was going to pick the under, but man, you just talked me into it, Dale.
I'm convincing, man.
Now I feel like.
How do you think I fucking landed Marissa? It wasn't my fucking looks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but then she hates me now. But
I don't know. I've seen some of your old Facebook pictures, man. You're a pretty hot-looking motherfucker.
You certainly wasn't the size of my dick. I'll tell you that.
Hey, some people might be into that, though.
It doesn't hurt.
You know what? I'm going to stick with the under, though, man, because I think that our defense has been playing really solid, but I also think that our defense is getting better. They're finding their stride, too. It came back. It's a little bit easier to our defense plays a little bit better when you're not on the field as much, and Joe, being back to what Joe does, keeps the defense off the field. And we did a good job stopping Christian McCaffrey, so why can't we stop James Cook, right? No slam on James Cook there, Glenn, but he ain't Christian McCaffrey.
Well, the problem is the 49ers only ran him like 12 times. Like
Same thing we're running into.
If the Bills make a concerted effort to get James Cook the ball, he goes over. But will they? That's the question.
No.
And that's a question for you, Glenn Goodberry.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. What are they looking at coming into this game? How are they game planning it? Are they looking to feature James Cook because they think that, they could do what the 49ers didn't do and run on the Bengals by featuring their number one? I think we're going to get a wild stallion, Josh Allen, too, because he gets a little fired up in these types of games, especially, in this situation with the Bengals. But I would go over with the James Cook. I think they're going to try to establish the run to get the play action working because Josh Allen is really good with the play action this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold him to 70 yards rushing, and I'm fine with that. If you can hold running back under 100 yards rushing, I'll take it. But I think he's going to get – I'm going to go over, but like at 60 or 70 yards.
So I think this is a really good number. We held Christian McCaffrey last week to, what was it, 67? So
54, I thought.
Yeah, it was under 55.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the under on James Cook. I just think that I really think this is going to be a Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow game. Josh Allen's going to say, "Put it on my shoulders." So,
I mean, that's fair. It's if somebody could predict or tell us now how many carries these running backs are getting, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to predict how many yards they'll have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But they don't tell us that.
Right.
So.
Yep. Hey, Sean McDermott, I know you're watching right now.
Yep.
And then moving into Burrow's over-under on rushing yards. I don't like to see Burrow running a lot, but at the same point in time, when he does it, it fires him up. It gets him going. Seems to help his passing. 88% accuracy last week. Ran the ball more than he's ran it all season by far. I mean, called his own number on a 3rd and 9 for a quarterback draw. This one's set at 14.5. I'm going to say over. I don't think it's going to be 40 again, but I think maybe he gets to around 20.
If you go sideline to sideline and don't count the forward yards, I think he probably goes over 50, but, running around scrambling. But I'm going to take the over on this one because with that one run that you were talking about, Dale, that he went for 9, wasn't that didn't he run like 14 yards or something on that one run? Or 11?
Yeah, he had a lot. Most of his plays were over 10 when he ran it.
Yeah.
When he tucked it and ran. And sacks don't count. That's the thing you always got to keep in mind when you're looking at these quarterbacks. So it doesn't matter. Like we said, second most sack. He might get sacked 5 times, but if those sack numbers don't matter, it's the 2-3 times he takes off and has to take off because there's nothing open downfield and he just decides to tuck it and try to pick up the first.
Well, I think he definitely goes over 14.5.
I think 14.5 looks low, seeing that, because Joe is it seems underestimated as far as his scrambling and running capabilities. He was behind Josh Allen for rushing TDs last year by, I believe, 1. So, I don't know. I think Joe could easily get 30 yards, and I think that's probably where he'll be is 30 yards. He'll get the yardage when he needs to.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm going to go over also. His calf is back 100%. Like you guys said, it just takes one. I mean, you can easily have one attempt for like 16 or 17 yards or whatever. I'm definitely going over on this one.
Sounds like that's part of our parlay, boys, because I'm thinking the same exact thing.
That's a
well, and you used that last week, didn't you? So it's hard for you not to put his rushing yards in again after you got a little 400 payout with part of that at your parlay.
Chump change.
I missed last night's game by about 2. I think I had Tennessee to get 3 passing touchdowns, and then of course I had a Will Levis rushing touchdown that didn't happen. It almost happened, but it didn't happen.
Man, you just don't listen when it comes to these other games. There ain't no way in hell I would have had Levis getting 3 tutties again against that Steelers defense.
No, it wasn't Will Levis. It was total touchdowns.
Oh, so you thought, yeah. Well, Henry and all of them combined. Yeah, maybe. That's a little closer.
Hey, as long
cut
as
you some
we're
slack.
Man, fuck Joey Porter. Why do I hate his ass so bad?
You hate his son? You hate his son already?
Oh yeah, I hate his son just because of his dad.
Okay. I mean, he had a good game, but he had a bunch of penalties. And it's like, you can't ignore those penalties. I seen they were just like, man, he was elite. And then it's like, yeah, but he also had 4 penalties.
Right.
Like,
Same thing he did at Penn State, right?
Yeah, he was very handsy. That was the biggest problem I had with him coming out.
He had a lot of non-penalties, too, that I saw.
Joey Porter last night had -1 receiving yards. How does that even happen?
Because he's a fuck.
Because fucking that's why.
Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, Joe Mixon under 63.5. And we'll go ahead and we'll start with you this time, Dale. What's your thoughts on Joe Mixon?
Start with you this time, Dale.
Yeah, we start with me every time.
This time we're going to start with Dale.
Over under set at 63.5. Joe Mixon finally broke out and had 87 last week. I was feeling that too. The most he had before was Arizona with like 83, and every other game he honestly I think would have been under this. Maybe one other game where he was even close to this, but his performance last week and Arizona. So really, you're starting to string a couple back to back. I mean, you had the Seattle game mixed in the middle of those. 63.5. I feel like it's a good number for him. But since Buffalo's known to give up the run quite a bit this year, I'm going to say that he gets a little more than that. Maybe he ran hard and he looked good and he broke some tackles finally last week. So I'm going to say he gets in the 70s this week. So I'll say over, but not by a ton. Maybe 72 yards.
Has Joe Mixon, he hasn't had a 100-yard game this season, has he?
Nope, 87 was his high, and that was last week.
Well,
no, he did have combined over 100 last week, right?
I'm gonna double down on the whole thing about being able to run on Buffalo, and I'll take Joe with his first 100-yard game. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say that though, because I also believe it's going to be a shootout between Joe and Josh.
Yeah, and Mixon's averaging, and obviously with the 64.7. So you talk about something that is like right near a guy's average. Right, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will take the under on Joe Mixon.
Ooh.
I can see the game being controlled through Joe Burrow. Last week against the 49ers, I watched that game, and it looked like the Bengals' plan was to control that game through Joe Mixon more so, even though Burrow cooked. I don't know, and I am seeing that Mixon's potentially hurt. He's got a chest injury. I just have a feeling that he could be effective in the red zone, but I feel like he's going to be not far under that 63. Yeah, but I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, the injury thing does worry me, him being questionable, because he's been pretty healthy finally this season when he's almost always dinged up every year, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm going to go over. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just about to say, I just wanted to give this real quick. He had 110 total.
Okay.
But we're talking rushing, Derek.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to go over Joe Mixon. I think he's going to get over 60 yards. Will he get 100? I think it's going to be close. Like, Choppy's due for his first 100-yard game. Wouldn't be a bad one to have it Sunday, would it?
He could do one of them 5 touchdown games too if he wanted to.
There you go. He could have 100 yards receiving also. Who knows?
Yeah.
But maybe it's the Travion game. I was just saying Wednesday, like, it's crazy that we have a guy with 112 attempts, and our next highest running back has 7 attempts. 7 on the season. Yeah. This is insane.
I'm gonna take the over as well. But as far as betting this one, that's a stay away from me just because we don't know how healthy he is. But just for my own personal reasons, I think this is going to be a mixing game if he's healthy.
Right. I agree about staying away from it though. It's too much unknown there. And then this one, man, Josh Allen, over under 26.5 rushing. I mean, I've already said I could see him getting 50 or 60. Yeah. I think he's going to use his legs a lot. And he also has, where is it? How many tutties? 5 rushing touchdowns, averaging 5.3 per carry, almost 200 yards rushing. That 200 yards rushing would be like far and away second on our team. I mean, Burrow's second on our team with 57. So I do think Allen's going to run the ball. And like Glenn said, they were limiting him some early, and he's still putting up these numbers with 5 touchdowns and everything else. he's going to take off and runs if he needs to. He's going to want to make a statement this game after that playoff game once again. So I would almost hammer this over because, like I said, I could see him doubling that.
Yeah, Josh Allen can't help but be Josh Allen. He is who he is, and he's going to run the ball. And so, like I think I picked 40 yards. So, yeah, he's going over 26.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over too. There has been always some sort of growth with Josh Allen, watching him from year to year. And this year, some of his growth has really been his focus on his completion percentage is the highest in the NFL right now. And being a quarterback and not running as much. Like I said, we've been clamoring for the free Josh, but I think this game is going to be different in his head, I think, because when you get this Josh Allen that's highly motivated, you get a little bit of a wild stallion Josh. I'm going to hammer that over also.
A little Josh Stallion action.
Yeah.
Josh Stallion.
Yeah, I'll go over myself. Yeah, like you guys said, he's going to be running the ball a lot. I will easily say over also.
And I'm going to go, that was a terrible horse.
What the fuck was that?
I'm going over as well.
That's the sound those horses made when you try to fuck them all the time.
I was going to say, is
that right there?
Is that
now we
Mr.
find
Ed
out how he fucking landed Sarah.
Yeah. Is that Mr. Ed on crack or something, Derek?
I don't know what that was, but yeah, I'm going over as well. And like Glenn said,
I'm still confused what the horse. Oh, the wild stallion thing.
Do it again, though, Derek.
No, that is not happening again.
Fuck it.
Wild stallion. I just kept thinking of Bill and Ted. The Wild Stallions.
Yeah, Wild Stallions rule.
And I didn't put this on here just because of the fact that both of these quarterbacks have been taking care of the ball a lot better this year. But their over under was one half an interception. You guys both taking the under on that? Or are you guys all taking the under on that?
Half of an interception for both of them?
Yeah.
No.
Josh still has 8 interceptions and 3 fumbles.
I think Josh Allen's going to throw an interception. I think DJ Burner is going to get his first one.
There we go.
So if you just look at the average, he's averaging 1 interception per game. 8 games, 8 interceptions. So I would take the over on Josh, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bengals are a greedy defense in that respect too. I can see at least one interception from Josh in at some point during the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Derek. God, you're supposed to be a gambling expert.
Right.
I mean, I just for some reason I knew that everybody had been talking about he's been doing a better job at ball security, but
and he has, and
it's just the fumbling version of it, or
he's still got a few fumbles, but his numbers have trended lower than before, but he still is second in the NFL, tied with a few other guys with 8 picks. Jimmy Garoppolo leads, and he hasn't played in how long? So, essentially, for starters, he's still number 1 with Jalen Hurts, and I don't remember some of the other names up there, but
yeah.
All right. So we've got receiving yards here. We'll start off with Dalton Kincaid. I think this could be a pretty good game for him, but Dale, what's your thoughts on Dalton Kincaid over 38.5?
Well, I know Greg and I both talked about how Kincaid was our key for the Bengals beyond Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is playing just as well as Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase was our MVP for the Bengals so far this season. So, so we got to say second to Stephon Diggs, Dalton Kincaid, because he had his breakout game, 65 yards last week, looked really good without Dawson Knox. So what's 38.5? Yeah, once again, another one I would really probably hammer because I think he's going to be in the 60s, and I'm afraid he could go higher. George Kittle had 149 last week, and I thought we were actually playing the tight end better. No, I saw something yesterday that we are one of the worst against the tight end again this year.
Oh,
so we've played a lot of elite tight ends this year.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Mark Andrews having a huge game against us, compared to what he normally does. It just didn't feel like it to me with the tight end thing. Now I remember against the Rams, I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head, but he had a decent game, I feel like, as well against us. But Higbee, thank you.
What is it? Higbee, Higgins,
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is.
Right. Yeah.
But Kincaid, I think goes over because they don't have Dawson Knox. And I mean, if they're smart, they're going to go over because they're going to look toward him because he's a very talented guy. The knock's always been, can he stay healthy? As long as he's healthy in this game, I think he's going to be a force to reckon with. We got to really try to limit him. It's one of my biggest keys to the game. But I think he hits the over ultimately.
Yeah, I'll go over too because I benched him last week, Glenn, and he got 13-something points in fantasy football.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't been doing shit all year, so I put him on the bench and played someone else, and he got 13
but Dawson
points,
Dawson Knox just went on IR, Chop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I did
know,
what I did.
I'm real quick. Can we just ask you this, Glenn? Are they planning on keeping both of these guys, or do you think they'll move on from Dawson Knox? Because
Well,
he was one of my favorite guys coming out.
They really wanted to establish that 12 personnel. You know, they wanted to run that. That's Ken Dorsey, Jeremy Shockey, Miami U type offense they ran in college. But it really was kind of putting a strain on them a little bit. Last week with Knox on IR, they were able to open some things up and run their old style of offense. And I think, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what type of philosophy they want to go with. I feel like they've always kind of wanted to go with this double tight end, with the OJ Howard signing that didn't work out last year. And, it was just, they just couldn't get the personnel they needed to do it. But, I'm going to hammer the over on this because I think Kincaid's going to get featured in this game pretty well. I think he's going to be the number 2 target. Last week they picked Shakir. I think Shakir is going to get watched a little bit more, and it's going to leave opportunity. Kincaid catches everything in his catch radius. We saw some, ballerina moves last week from him, tapping toes. I think, and I think the Bengals are a team he could do it against.
I agree. Like me and Dale were talking about tight ends, we just don't have to do too well against. So Kincaid, I mean, 30. This is easy for me right here in a heartbeat. I think he's easily going to have like 60 or 70 yards receiving at the very, very least. So yeah, definitely over.
Well, I want to go back, Derek.
I'm going to take the over as well.
Your question though, and I think it'll be how well they do while Knox is out.
Mm-hmm.
On whether or not they continue to want to keep both guys going forward.
Yeah.
If Kincaid just absolutely tears it up and they go on a huge winning streak and they're hard to stop, it's hard to say, okay, well, let's go back to 12 personnel and keep both of these guys because Knox gets paid pretty well too. That may kind of be the telling sign to me is just how well they perform, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, Irv Smith, you want to mention that one real quick before we move on? I hope you don't see the fucking field, number 1.
Yeah.
And number 2, what will we set the over-under at? 7.5 yards?
16.5.
7.5?
Well, I was going
5.
to replace that one with Tanner Hudson and say 12.5 and see what your thoughts were on it. But
yeah, I don't think I could bet either one of those things. So
yeah,
you do have Irv on here. Okay, I seen that. So we'll get to it. I guess we'll just wait.
Yeah.
But
you can obviously see where I'm going.
We got Gabe Davis first, and Dale, why don't you kick this one off for us?
I'll kick this one off this time.
Okay.
We'll switch it up.
Yeah.
So Gabe Davis over under 42.5. The thing is always, does he hit the big play or not for me? Now I know he's got 5 tutties this season, just behind 6 of Diggs. So he's getting in the end zone a little more, which tells me they're probably getting him involved a little more on beyond things, just the deep ball. That was a lot of what he did in the past, a little more. But I don't know. I'm going to say under because I still think Shakir, who came on last week, and Kincaid, who also came on. I mean, Shakir might get a little more, but, I mean, they're going to still watch Gabe Davis and try to eliminate the big play over the top. So I'm going to say maybe he has like 35 yards, 3 catches or something, 35 yards, and they limit Davis. I'm going to say he's the guy that I'm going to go under on. And they limit a little bit for me.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under too. And that basically mine's just because I think our secondary is coming on. I believe in our secondary. So I'm going to take the under. What did they – I'm just looking down here what we got coming up with Stephon Diggs. So when I'm thinking about our secondary. But I'll take the under on Gabe Davis.
I'm going to take the over on Gabe. I think he's going to be featured a little bit more. Last week, Josh's second read on a lot of plays was Khalil Shakir. It wasn't Gabe Davis. I think they're going to go back towards that second read primary Gabe Davis.
And I want to mention,
even, some plays are going to feature him. Hit a lot of.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Glenn. I didn't. That was my bad.
Well, Gabe Davis's TDs have been short. They've been long. So it's really hard for me to even tell you, like, where are they really utilizing? Where are his touchdowns coming from?
Right.
He's really been sort of, finding them open lanes, especially when Josh gets to creating. And now they're just finding that open spot. They're finding that lane, and he's throwing it to them. And a couple of those were TDs to Gabe Davis.
Scramble drill type stuff that Burrow's good at. That he's eating on those. Yeah, I can see that. And I just wanted to mention the yards per game for Kincaid and Davis. Kincaid is at 36.9. That's such a low number to me that it's 38.5 because I know the 60-some helped obviously bring that average up.
Yeah.
But, he was already getting a little bit here and there already. So the fact that Knox is out, I just feel like that 38.5 is low. And then for Davis, his average has been 54.3. So I wanted to mention that too.
Yeah, for Gabe Davis. Now, if Jalen Davis is guarding Gabe Davis, then Gabe Davis will probably get 200 yards receiving or something. So, because what Hollywood Brown did to him. So this is a coin flip for me right now. So,
did you say Jalen Davis? Why would
Jalen Davis? If Jalen Davis was like in the Arizona game was guarding Hollywood Brown, if he's guarding Gabe Davis, then I'm nervous. So, yeah.
Well, why would he be?
Why is Jalen Davis playing?
He's taking
Where the hell
an
did Jalen
unwarranted
Davis
shot
come
of
from,
Jalen.
Greg?
What did Jalen Davis ever do to you, Greg?
Hollywood Brown burned him on a touchdown one time.
Is he playing?
Did to me.
But Cheeto's good, right?
No, Cheeto's good. I'm just saying, if Jalen Davis is guarding him, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Is there something I don't know? Is he playing?
I don't know. I think Greg's just fucking trying to fucking give this Chicken Little fucking syndrome here.
No shit, man. Gabe Davis isn't going to be playing.
No, Gabe Davis is going to play. Jalen Davis is
yeah.
Now, goddammit, we're all confused. We're all
Thanks a lot, Greg.
This last 5 minutes of this shit.
If he was guarding him, is what I'm going to say. But
all
no,
right. But he's not.
But he's not. Yeah, thank God he's not. I'm just saying. But yeah, no. It's a coin flip. I'm going to go slightly under.
Yeah, I'm gonna take slightly under as well. Speed versus speed, so it'll be really. I think that'll be a really fun matchup. Seeing we got Drago versus Gabe Davis.
It's going to be a lot of DJ Turner, and teams hasn't thrown at him, so that could be interesting. We might find out really because that's the thing. If teams aren't throwing at you, do we really know how good your ball skills are? And that was always my biggest question with DJ Turner. Was like he kind of worries me when the ball is right there at that last minute.
Yeah.
He's prone to kind of just miss or, get a penalty. And so I'm curious to see if teams really start throwing at him because he's playing a ton. He's playing more than Cheeto each week as Cheeto tries to continue to get healthy, obviously. Now we're moving on to Irv Smith, 16.5, or Tanner Hudson. We'll either or.
Tight
I
end.
would say
Bengals
Tanner.
tight end.
But that's why I couldn't bet it because Tanner Hudson, is he going to get the actual Irv Smith reps or are they going to continue to put Irv Smith out there? And then if he fucks up again, then Tanner's going to play. And I don't think you can wait on that in a game like this against, a good team like the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffaloes.
Yeah. So
sorry, Glenn. They've been renamed down here in Cincinnati.
But Irv Smith, I'm going to say under. I'm going to say under for Irv. That's what it says. If it was Tanner Hudson and I knew he was getting the snaps, I would say over. I think he would get 28 to 35 yards or nothing crazy, but I just feel like there'd be more trust for him. I could really see Tanner Hudson breaking out with a healthy Joe Burrow. He just makes plays and gets open when they called him up a couple times. But Irv Smith, man, he hasn't been a good fit, and it sucks because I really thought here's a guy who's 24. Joe Burrow's got tight ends paid these last couple of years, but Irv Smith's just not been good. So I got no faith in Irv.
Do you guys want to just go ahead and pass this one up? We'll kind of speed things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Since we got to do the
He
giveaway.
he had 4 catches for 25 yards last week. For him, he had one of his better games. He just had that fumble. I mean, to defend the guy, he did, 4 targets, 4 catches, 25 yards. So, but the Bengals brought up Tanner Hudson, so we just don't know where things set as far as what the coaches are thinking.
All right, we got Jamar Chase over under 86.5.
I'm going to say over, but that's a high number.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either way. But I'm going to hammer. I'm going to say over. I'm going to say he's over 100 again. Like even last week, it didn't seem like he had a huge game, but 10 catches, 100 yards at the end of the day. They're going to him like a true number 1. I kind of mentioned that. It's almost like T. Higgins has slid back into, well, he is our number 2. And part of that's the injury in the ribs. I understand. But Jamar has been our number 1. So, and he's averaging 93.7 per game. So I'm going to say he continues that, and he's over.
117 yards for Jamar Chase.
There you
Write
go.
that shit down, man. That's
Exact
a lot.
numbers. Chop just gives exact numbers, and that's it.
117 yards. Lock it up.
I'll take the over. I'm thinking 140, 150 yards from Jamar Chase.
Ooh.
Now,
Probably
do we see Rasul Douglas? Do you think he plays full time that you guys added? Because he's 10th overall in the NFL in coverage grade.
Yeah.
Very
smart guy.
He says he's practicing as if he's going to be playing this week. I think he's going to be a game time decision. Do I think he's going to play? I think he dresses and he might get some rotation. I would strongly suggest it's going to be based on what did he look like, through tomorrow's walkthrough or whatever, today's practice, what did he look like? And I don't know. I would say 50-50 he plays.
Yeah, Chase is in his zone right now. He's just in the zone. I'm definitely going over 100 yards receiving. Absolutely.
Greg, I could tell you were getting a boner just from looking at your face while you were talking about that. So
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to be the cold water guy again. I think he goes under, but it's going to be like 80, 82.5.
Boo this man, right?
Boo this man.
Guy? Like,
like I said, I'm really looking for this to be a quick, like, a mostly running game.
We don't even know how healthy Mixon is.
Oh, damn it. I'm going to have to reevaluate my life, I guess.
You got to find that out. But like somebody said earlier, he's practiced 2 days in a row. So I think it was Chris Crowley. So I always try to give credit, but I was like, I'm blinking. Sorry, Chris. I'm pretty sure you said that. He practiced full the last 2 days. So, we're going to go with we think he's good.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next?
All right, next one we've got here is James Cook over under 16.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say over, just like with the rushing. I think throw to it. He's so fast. I don't know if he'll get a ton, but I could see him getting 25, 30 yards. And they don't really have a ton of other running backs, so he's gonna get a couple screens here and there.
Yep, I'll take the over. I'm gonna go over. It's only 16.5 yards.
You'll take the pussy fart.
Yeah. The queef. I'll take James Cook for a queef. No, I think he goes over.
Like you said, Chab, it's only 16.5. He'll go over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over on that as well. And I was going to say, if I was a bet man, which I am, I was going to bet that Glenn was going to take the over on that as well. But Glenn, what do you think? James Cook over under 16.5. Can you hear us?
Glenn?
Hi, I'm back.
Hey,
hey,
over under on James Cook receiving 16.5.
Over. I'm gonna suggest about 50 yards receiving for James Cook.
All right. Do we want to throw that in our parlay as well?
Sure.
I got it. All right. Next one we've got is Joe Mixon over under 19.5 receiving yards. That one's That was pretty close to me. Dale, what do you think?
I'll say under, but barely. I kind of did that last week, and then he hit the over. So, and it was close though. He's close a lot of times where it's one more pass either way a lot of times. But I'll say under. I'll say it's like 15, 16.
Chops is asleep.
No, I'm ordering a jersey.
Of course you are.
Hey, guess what? I'm officially entering. Here in about 5 weeks, I will be a member of what, Dale?
The Deuce Gang?
Deuce Gang!
Boom, I'll be an official member.
So what do you think? Joe Mixon under 19.5, over under 19.5 receiving yards, Chop.
Oh yeah, see, I should have been paying more attention. You're right, Glenn. Over because he's going to be the check down on a lot of plays.
I took the under on his rushing because I think he's going to be over on those passing yards. I think he's still going to get his yards, but I think there's going to be some passes to him, check downs, and opportunity for him.
Look at us on Bengals and Brews selling some merch. Maybe not live.
Yeah,
I gotta say though, Glenn, your merchandise is elite.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh,
like I've told you, like on Twitter before, like talk to your brother. Some of that shit you do, he's got to do too.
I don't know if you guys noticed. I did a Cincy on the brain design in Reds colors and Bengals colors. If you guys get it, check it out. I originally made them for Joe. He told me to put them up on my website. So there's a orange and black Cincy on the brain on this skull, and then there's a Reds version also.
I guess I guess I assumed that Joe did the one that was the Bengals one.
I drew them all up, and then I did Buffalo colors. I put Buffalo in the brain, much like this Mafia one. This was a collab I did with a local company here in Buffalo for charity. But I actually spelled out Buffalo, and I did it in our Sabres, our Bills, and our National Lacrosse League champions, Buffalo Bandits.
Nice.
So Rob P says he won that giveaway from you, I guess.
Oh, he did. That's right.
Hey, shout out, Rob. Congratulations.
Shout out to Rob. I
But,
got a shirt coming his way.
But back to Joe Mixon. I'm going back and forth on this one, just slightly under, because I think he's just going to be concentrating running the ball most of the time.
Yeah,
if he's dinged up, maybe Travion gets a little more of the stuff.
Exactly. That was my whole thought right there, Dale. I was going to take the under just because I think in the obvious passing situations, obviously the 2-minute warning seems like they're still using Travion a lot more, so I'm going to take the under on that.
Well, and he's getting 75% of the snaps, and it's not going to hurt him to have that number come down. We need somebody, I said, to start getting more snaps. So maybe it's forced because he's a little dinged up, but we can see what we have in. Yeah, maybe we can see what we have in Travion and Chris Evans a little more.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got Khalil Shakir, over under 31.5 receiving yards.
Averaging 20.9, but his breakout game once again was last week with 92 yards. I don't think it's going to change because he finally took over. It's only 20.9, but that's because he's basically getting.
Last week was over 90 yards.
He's basically getting nothing. They were playing Deontay Hardy a lot more. This guy, but Shakir got 30-some more snaps than Hardy did last week. So they're getting him involved more. They're getting him more snaps, and they're looking his way some. A good talent coming out of Boise State. You guys kind of stole him in like the 5th round. I think you got him in the 5th. He's kind of like a 3rd-round grade, I think, for me. But anyways, all that said, I'm going to say over because I think it's going to continue. I said Gabe Davis lower for a reason. It's because I think they're going to continue to go to Shakir. That's why.
I'm gonna go under. I think I'm just saving my over for Stephon Diggs at this point, but I feel like it's going to be under.
I'm going to take the over, not by much for Shakir. I think he's going to be a factor, but I don't think he's going to be. I think they're going to go to, like I said, Gabe Davis. They call him Big Game Gabe. And I think it's going to take some from Shakir because there's only so much to go around. And like Chop said, I'm saving a little for Diggs.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go the over, not by much.
Yeah. And speaking of Hardy real quick, looks like he's been pretty elite in the special teams area and in the is he doing both kick returns and punt returns now, or?
Yeah, he's currently doing both. He looks pretty good doing it too. Yeah, like you said.
I'm going to go under just because, 92 yards, but, I think he might, not trying to knock him or anything, but I just think someone else is going to have an even bigger game.
What kind of fucking weird ass statue are you holding on to, Greg? What is that?
Sparky Anderson.
Okay.
I'm gonna go under as well. Basically because of what everybody said. On the next one, Stephon Diggs over under 88.5. 88.5 receiving yards. What do we all think here?
Man, this is tough because he's averaging 93.5. Like I said, 748 total yards, 6 touchdowns, 64 catches. I'm sorry. So he is absolutely balling out this year, playing great. I mean, we know he's a top 5, top 10 receiver anyways in the NFL, but we saw how CTB was able to frustrate him last year some. Once again, snow game, this, that, who knows. We saw Brandon Ayuk able to get some deep ones last week and go over 100, knowing they were going to have to go to him with Debo out a lot. He was still able to kind of get his. So as much as I want to say under because of how much faith I have in Cam Taylor-Britt, I just have to go over because I don't see Diggs having 2 bad games in a row against us.
Right.
He's going to play well, and he's going to remind Cincinnati fans like, oh, yeah, Stephon Diggs is pretty good. Because there's a lot of this fan base that just saw what happened last year and thinks, well, he ain't that good. Bullshit.
Right.
Just look at those stats alone. He is an elite receiver. Don't forget that, and I think he'll show it again this week.
And I feel like he's been probably in Josh Allen's ear too. I mean, he was pissed off after we beat him up there in the playoffs, and so I think he's probably been telling Josh Allen, like, let's go down there and put on a fucking show in Cincinnati.
Well, because he won the ball, like most good receivers, they do. Jamar's
exactly.
I'm always fucking open, get me the ball when we're not playing.
It worked. That's what I'm saying. It worked for Jamar. Jamar was mouthy about not getting the ball, and so what the fuck happened? Joe fed him the fucking ball. So I think Stephon Diggs is going to do the same thing. I think he's going to have over 100 yards. I don't know how much over 100. I'm hoping it's lower than 117 that I picked for Jamar Chase, but so I'll probably pick Stephon Diggs around 115. So that way I can give the extra 2 yards to Jamar.
Yeah, I'm with Chops on that with the over 2, somewhere around that 120-yard mark. Since training camp, the end of last season, this training camp, he came in looking like he was ready for business, and he had one, semi-weak game against the Patriots all year. 4th in yards and 3rd in TDs and 1st in receptions right now in the NFL. And I think it's going to be much of the same. He is the focal feature for Josh Allen in the offense. It's going to run through him. So the over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over also as well. Like I say, he's going to want that ball so badly. He's definitely going to get over 100 yards receiving. That's what I'm saving it for is Stephon Diggs. I think he's going to go off the roof, I think.
Why did that sound so sexual? He's going to want that ball so bad.
And everything, Glenn, every time I say something, it gets taken. Oh, man, I have a bad habit out of this. Story of my life.
Yeah, I'll just be really quick on it. I think he's going to go over as well. So the last 2 we'll combine them and go around the horn. T. Higgins over under 48.5, and Tyler Boyd over under 37.5. Thoughts?
Man, how are we gonna combine these, man? They're 2 different people.
I know, but we gotta move on. I'm just trying to get just trying to be respectful here. Get Glenn out of here on a decent time.
So 48.5 for T. It's tough, right? Because he's not really been performing like we're used to. Averaging 36.3. The rib injury's still there. Yeah, he had 69 yards last week. Nice. But I'm gonna say under. I don't know why. I don't have tons of. I mean, I still think he could have like 35, 40 yards, but I think it's more a Jamar game and a Mixon game if he can get going.
Yeah, I'm just like optimistic Bobby rubbed off on me. I'm optimistic Chop. So I think that T's going to go over. I think he's going to get in the 80s, actually. I think it's going to be a good game for both of them. I just have this feeling like Joe's back, and so he's going to throw the ball down the field, and I think Jamar Chase is going to get over 100, and T's going to get close to 100. And I think both of them get a touchdown.
I think I'm going to take the over on T and the under on Boyd. I think T's going to be, a force to be reckoned with. I think Boyd could get over, but I would take the under right now. I think he's going to be close to that number maybe. But I think Higgins is going to do a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, I got a quick question. Do you view T. Higgins as a number one receiver, just out of curiosity?
So yes, to answer the question, yes. But I start factoring situational things in my head. But to answer your question, it's yes.
Okay, no, I was just curious. But T. Higgins, last week I thought, he got 77 yards, which was a great game, but I thought he was going to go over the roof 100 yards. But he still played well last week. I still think he's going to have a solid
69.
game.
It's 69.
69. Greg.
69. My bad.
Greg only thinks about 69 when it comes to Yoshi.
Yeah, no Yoshi on here. What the hell, Derek?
What did I do?
You didn't put Yoshi on here.
It wasn't an option.
It should be an option.
Hey, I've got a little something special for you. Just wait.
Uh-oh.
He's averaging 2 yards per game.
But he's averaging one touchdown a game the last 3 games.
Okay, but this is
Two games.
receiving yards. They're not going to put over under 2.
Yeah, 2.
This is disrespect, but no, in all seriousness, I'll go over 49 for T. Slightly under for Tyler, but I still think Tyler might make a big touchdown or a big catch, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go under on both of these. I'd like to see them get the tight end more involved, and hopefully, like we said, hopefully this is Tanner Hudson's welcome to the Bengals moment. But I'm going to go under on both of these, just because like I said, I think Joe's going to be under that marker that I said earlier. I can't remember
240 something.
240 something. Yeah. No, it was 265 is what it was, but I'm going to go under.
Josh
on both
Allen
of
was
these.
260.
Slightly under.
Joe Burrow was 240s.
Well, we can find out really, really quick.
Oh, 262 and 272. Okay.
Well, I still broke them up, and I'm going to say Boyd over because I just said Higgins.
And then the point spread right now is -2. Those are both to stay away in my opinion, but we'll go ahead and break this down.
You can just take the graphic off, and we'll just give our score predictions.
Well, guess mine.
But I will say real quick, the over under 49.5. You guys want to? Well, I guess since you said score prediction, we'll kind of cover that as well.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be semi-high scoring. I'm going to go, let's see, 34-28 Bengals. So obviously I would hammer the over.
Yeah. So, I got the bet that I pick every week is 24-17. Hasn't paid off yet. And then I always pick an alternate bet. And if I was going to pick an alternate 24-17, just because I have to, because the one week I don't play it, they'll hit it. But I think my alternate score, I'm going to go 35-28.
No field goals. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 36-30. It's going to be blow for blow, some field goals in there. Somebody's going to maybe win it in overtime with a TD or a walk-off TD. That's where that 6 points comes in there. Hammer the over. Just going to take the Bills, but
you have to, bro.
Yeah, it looks like a pick 'em to me, honestly, but I'm taking the Bills.
This is a technicality. Glenn, the last 3 games, I said the Bengals were going to tie, and they won. So I'm doing this as a technicality here. It's going to be a tie.
What's the score?
Yeah.
Score will be 69 all.
69.
I'm going 34-31 Bengals. At first I was thinking, the Bengals have held teams under what was it? The past 2 games they've held them under like 15 points, somewhere in around there. But I don't see us stopping this. So the only way to beat them is to go blow for blow. So 34-31 Bengals.
Expect a Sunday Night Football 6-3 game.
Yeah, right.
So if to finish out our parlay, we're going to pick one.
Well, does Glenn need to get out of here?
No, I'm good for a bet. Let's roll.
Okay.
The wife's at work.
We're gonna
doing their homework.
Well, Derek said that, and I was like, damn, we have kind of gone long, so I should have asked that.
We're going to go one anytime touchdown for both teams. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Dale, you kicked this one off for us.
Well, he's just saying in general, we'll try to
It's
come
kind
up
of-
with something
yeah.
together.
Oh, for on each team.
Yeah,
So this is a rushing or receiving
right.
on anytime tutties. So, man,
First of all, let me just
for the Bengals, I want to say Jamar because he's kind of been hot lately. But
yeah.
I guess if gun to head, I'd have to say Jamar for my Bengals player. How about you guys for Bengals? And then we'll do Bills.
Yoshi
Yeah,
Vosh.
That's kind of what I was thinking was Jamar Chase.
I would either think Jamar Chase or Joe Mixon, but I would probably lean towards Jamar because what's Joe Mixon got, like 1 or 2 touchdowns this year?
He's got two.
Two now, and the questionable thing still scares me on betting, putting him in any bet.
Yeah, so I'll go with Jamar.
Yeah, I'll go Jamar also.
All right, so we'll do anytime tutty. Greg's opinion.
You got outvoted,
Greg. I told you, just
4-1.
Simmer down now. Simmer down now.
So
I didn't say anything. I just held this up. I didn't say anything.
I got something for you, baby.
As far as the Bills go, if we're going to do a guaranteed touchdown, let me just say this. Josh Allen.
Running one?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, it's.
I think it's Josh Allen.
No, I'll agree with you, Chop. I'll say Josh Allen.
I mean, he has 5 rushing
Mm-hmm.
in 8 games, so it's not like
It's almost 1 per game, but Glenn, let's get the answers from the professional.
Yeah, let's
the Bills.
let
Now,
Glenn kind of get our thoughts going on this.
I'm no professional, but I do think Josh Allen in the red zone this week is going to be a factor because they're having issues running it in the red zone. They had some issues in the fourth quarter, second half last week against Tampa. I would say, Josh Allen for me.
Hey,
also.
I was leaning Dalton Kincaid, honestly, was where
I was thinking Kincaid in my head, but then it's like Kittle didn't get in the end zone for the 49ers. He had 149 yards, but he didn't get in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Kincaid's only got 1 TD, and it was last week, and it was a 20-yarder. So I don't know. Maybe
maybe he's due, but then again, if you look at what he's done in the red zone, he hasn't got it yet.
But if you're putting Derek's money on it,
so Josh Allen right now is plus 138, so close to even money there.
I think Josh Allen is the way to go. Like as
That's
much
what
as
we
I
go with,
like
man.
Kincaid, I mean I would lean more toward Kincaid on yards, and go with the Allen touchdown if we're going with the touchdown.
I like it.
oh, we got some scores in here. I didn't even see them. Crip, whoever the fuck this is, Magic Miguel Philippines. Not
31-28 Bills.
It's not Santori. And then Darth.
34-27.
34-27.
All right,
Chuck,
so
you're out of it, man. We got podcast listeners.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're just saying, there's some scores here, guys.
There's some scores here, guys. Oh, well, let's do it for the podcast.
You eat one
listeners.
candy fucking bracelet,
Man.
you can't fucking function.
It was a good kind of candy, man.
that was a Xanax bracelet.
That was a Xanax bracelet, yeah.
So the last one I was going to say here, and I am betting this for Big Savage only, is Yoshi Vosh anytime touchdown is plus 2,800. So I'm going to bet that one for you, Greg.
You're betting
I
it
appreciate
separately, not in the parlay.
Yeah, I'm betting it separately. I don't want to kill the parlay.
What's that payout?
Hey, no. You put it in the parlay if you're that confident, Derek.
He's
I
not
didn't
that
say I was
confident,
confident.
Greg.
God damn you, Derek. Hey,
He
you know
has
what,
2
Derek?
touchdowns.
Hey, Derek,
and 2
you see that picture that's
penalty
right there?
plays. Oh my god.
He's going to rip up your picture.
Yeah.
He has 3 catches all season.
It
Greg.
would do
doesn't
that
matter.
to-
He's the red zone target When they started realizing they need to throw to him, they're winning games because of Josivas.
Both
that's
plays
not even-
had penalties where it was a free play.
Hey, it's been working. It's been working. Who cares?
Also, that thing's for his kid, man. You're gonna rip up a little kid's picture. Man, fucking prick.
Well, apparently I don't know how yet. I don't know how to spell names either. I'm terrible at that too. So
Hey, look at Rick the Rock coming in for the podcast listeners.
Hell, that's right.
Rick the Rock says Bengals 55,
Rick the
Bills
Rock.
0.
Oh,
Does he
it's
not look
actually
like
plus.
the Rock?
he does.
His name's Rick. It's Rock's brother, dude. Just change the
right.
I and the O. Yeah,
Yep.
100%. You can't fool us, Rick.
that's
Man,
Rick
in-
Maivia.
Yeah.
In the time we were talking, it went from plus 2,800 to plus 460. I don't know if they had their odds wrong on that one or what had happened. I should have bet it earlier.
They knew you.
Damn, I was gonna bet it at 2,800.
The show skewed him, man.
Yep. They
Or
knew.
I might have been looking at first touchdown. I don't know, but I just happened to look at it again.
You're such a gambling expert. You don't even know what you see, and you just pick stuff.
Right.
I saw plus 2,800. I'm like, woo!
All right. How else we building this parlay, Derek? I mean, this was your whole.
We've
deal
already got
here.
7. We've already got 7. You weren't.
I didn't know we ever decided on any of them.
I thought we said we were going to throw all those on there.
I said these are ones to discuss, but hey, that's fine.
Oh.
Whatever. You do you. What'd you end up going with at least?
So we've got Josh Allen over under 1.5 touchdowns as well as Burrow.
Okay.
Burrow over 14.5 rushing yards. Josh Allen over under 28.5. James Cook over under 16.5 receiving yards. And an anytime touchdown for Jamar Chase and Josh Allen.
What's the odds on all that?
Well, now that I closed it back out. Oh, of course, my phone's not working right now.
He was never
I'll
betting it.
let you know.
All right. I mean, that way people that watch the show can win a bunch of money too.
Yeah, if they want to tailor our bets, we're pretty hot right now, Chop.
Don't
Yeah, it's a
tell our
solid
bets,
lock. Like,
man.
if
That's dumb as fucking-
If that bet doesn't hit, you can punch Greg right in the fucking stomach.
you will never hit a bet if y'all start betting what we pick. All right, Glenn, I'm gonna let you out of here, brother. I know you gotta get up early as hell in the morning. Probably got a pack, got stuff to do. Appreciate your time, man.
You guys are
It was
in lot
fun
one
being back.
at the game, right?
We will be down in lot 1. What time you guys getting there? 2, I
4
saw.
o'clock. 4
I'll
o'clock.
be there about 4:30 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, gates don't open in lot 1 till 4, so we're
Oh
trying
yeah,
to-
that NFL rule, right? That 4 hours
Yeah.
prior. Okay, then yeah, we'll be there as soon as everybody starts setting up.
All right.
So we'll be out that way to drink some of that delicious 50 West there. And
Man, look at that. You're better at this
Look at
than Derek and
Right.
Greg.
Yep.
Thanks,
50
Glenn.
West, so good. You didn't even have to have it to think that it's good. I don't know what I'm trying. I'm just spitballing.
Well, it worked. It was better than anything these two did, so I
They
appreciate
didn't
it.
give us a script, so we could just be like 50 West. It's fucking tasty.
It's fucking
Mhm.
tasty. I'll
Fucking
see you
tasty.
boys in a couple of days. All right.
Yeah,
See you,
buddy.
brother.
Not me.
See you then.
Oh,
See you, brother.
So Matt says, by the way, Chop, got my first 2 shirts today.
Oh yeah.
I haven't checked my mail. Maybe my shirts are
Good.
out there.
You
But,
live in fuck. I think it always takes like an extra 2 days because of the country.
Hey,
For
you
you.
just make things up. The country is
Wow.
China. That's why it takes so long.
Yeah, okay. I'm switching everything over from that. A lot of stuff I'm switching over from where I went before, and I'm redesigning it on Printify because I found out those, and basically it's because they come a lot faster. You know, you like things to come fast.
Like me.
Yeah. So that seven pick parlay is plus 4,900.
How much you putting on it?
Send me
I'll
that
probably put
parlay.
it.
I'll put $10 on it.
I'll probably put like $10 on it. Yeah,
Send me that. Send it to me. So I'm gonna
$10
put mine. In,
wins you $500. So
I'm gonna put mine on. I'm gonna do it through. I usually go through FanDuel.
You know, it's thank you, Joe.
Man,
for the $4.99
appreciate
super
you,
chat.
brother.
But I feel
Joe
like when
quits the show and he
Joe,
becomes a paying participant. Thank
We
you,
sh-
Joe.
he should have quit a long time
Yeah, I
ago.
know. We'd be fucking rich by now if Joe would have quit before. Shit, I could have
No.
quit being a nurse.
Joe should hop on here. I feel like, Joe can hop in And if anybody else wants to hop in and give a score prediction, a key to the game real quick, just because it's rare to have Derek Davis here, or ask the Orange Arrow a question.
Ask me anything. Are we going to have another farm segment?
Maybe you can ask Derek about the farm. Pop in. You ain't even got to put your face on here. We'll do this. We haven't done it in a while. So, no, Derek, you have to have your face on here.
Oh,
the people don't. The other people.
I gotta go. My dog's barking real quick.
All right. So, as you all can get joined in, Derek will.
Do you want to do the giveaway real quick, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that while you're peeing.
All right.
And I'm glad he said that because I completely forgot about it. But I'll pop up the video. Did this earlier. This is for the Ted Karras hat. Now, I also want to mention that you need to check out the post on Twitter because Chop, with his generous winnings, is going to be giving away a jersey of choice. So, size, jersey, anything, everything. You know, you're going to be able to get that.
Yep.
What's up, bro? I'm doing the wheel real quick, and then we'll chat it up.
Sounds good.
So here we go. Got the entries. We had 30 entries we're already 100 plus entries on the jersey giveaway that we're getting ready to do next.
People want a free jersey, don't they?
Yes. But here is the Ted Karras orange autographed Up Yours hat. So Chop will be getting in contact with the winner. So
Look at that beautiful face.
I was gonna say I jumped on and Derek jumped off.
No, he had to check on his dog. His dog.
Yeah.
Here's the hat that you will win.
All right, so here's the spin.
That's a lot of names.
Well, imagine the one that's already to 116.
Yeah, I know.
For the jersey.
Who we got?
Cincy Jungle. Cincy Jungle. What?
Congratulations,
Cincy Jungle Queen.
Oh, Cincy Jungle Queen, part of the
Hey,
Bengals
Adam.
and Brews Charity Fantasy League as well.
Awesome.
Are they?
Well, congratulations, Cincy Jungle Queen.
Cincy Jungle Queen.
Well, it was Sin Jungle Queen. Is that two different things? I don't know.
Sin short for Cincinnati.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You know how there's all these different names.
So DM your mailing information to the Bengals and Brews account so I can get that sent out to you first thing.
Yeah, or I'll try to. Well, I should probably do that now so I don't forget. But hey, Joe, good to see you, baby boy.
Yeah, buddy.
What's up, Joe?
Hey guys, I was getting ready to pick up my son, and I've been listening in the car, and then I came to a stop. I said I'll send you guys some love, and I was like, yeah, I'll hop on and chop it up with you guys.
Thank you.
You got Go ahead, Chop.
I was just gonna say you're gonna be there on Sunday night, right?
Goddamn right I am.
All right, good.
Well,
I know
the
that
cool people are
Derek
going. Only a fucking loser would miss this one.
Right.
Only assholes miss this game.
That sucks, man. Of all
Only
the games
a pussy
to
wet
miss,
fucking loser
I know.
would let his
It is
wife tell
going
him
to
he
be a
can't go
fun
to
one.
the game.
I
wish I was pussy whipped.
Corey Dillon, Midwest Best Barbecue, 50 West.
Hey, good
Beer.
possibility for Willie Anderson and Chad maybe too.
I thought Chad was going to be out of town or something.
Nope. He messaged yesterday that he'll be back in time. As a matter of fact, and he's going to pay for Jamar Chase's fine if he gets a touchdown. That's another thing. We're picking a lot for a touchdown. Jamar Chase because of the he's going to run up and grab the camera, but they don't even have camera. What's he going to take a camera from a sideline camera guy?
He'll grab the drone.
Yeah, he'll grab the drone.
You don't know shit about what Chad's doing. He blocked your ass.
I know, but I find out through the chat, people put, oh, Chad said he's going to be here. He's catching a flight. I don't know directly, but I see it in it. And then you guys post up his things, and then I click on it. It won't show me, and I go click on it, and it's like, you can't view this. And I'm like, well, shit.
You need to create a burner account just to follow Chad and Boomer.
You know, if he comes down lot one, first I'm going to be up his ass and be like, Chad, get your phone out. Get your phone out. I have to do it.
That'd be hilarious
my
if he
finger in his
actually
butt.
remembered why he blocked you. It was like, nah.
There's no reason. What if he does? He'll be telling me. I'll tell him. I'll be like, Chad, that's probably when I was getting fucked up, man. I didn't mean it. I was on drugs.
You act like
over
Twitter's
now.
been around when you were 20, Chop. Twitter wasn't around when you were 20.
Dale, let's not fucking do math. All right.
Well,
All
you
right.
said that to Corey when he was like, "Well, what'd you do?" You were like, "I got fucked up a lot in my 20s." I was like, "Twitter wasn't around."
Right. Let's not do math. Let's leave the math out of this.
All right, you're right. You're right.
Rick the Rock saying the Bengals
when
win
Chad's there, don't bring that up. When I say that, be like, "Hey, Chad, you know Twitter wasn't around when Pork Chop was 20. Let it go, Dale."
I think he'll be able to say
He
what
was
Butch
sober
did
as
say.
could be when you blocked him, Chad Johnson.
Yeah.
Mr. Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, Chad blocked me when he was 10.
I love it. So what's your keys to the game, Joe?
I think we have been really good about forcing turnovers. Like in my one fantasy league, I picked up the Bengals defense. We're consistently getting sacks, and we're getting basically 2 interceptions a game. And we know Josh Allen is prone to interceptions, so I think we got to be a bend, don't break defense and force some turnovers, make Josh Allen uncomfortable. I know he's playing with a hurt shoulder, and I think that's the key because I'm not worried about our offense anymore. Maybe I'll eat those words, but I mean, we just look so good. Joe's back. We're going to light up that secondary, and it's all about not making it a total boat race and controlling Josh Allen.
Hey, well, happy haircut, by the way. Look at you looking clean AF right now.
Dude, I would fuck the shit out of Joe. If I was gay, Joe would definitely be my type.
I know. You're always grabbing my ass.
You got a nice little ass, man.
I said he don't have one, but you keep telling me
it's perfect. It's very
Maybe you
nice.
need to take a second look, Dale.
For anybody that hasn't grabbed Joe's ass, give it a try.
I'll be in
Really
lot
nice.
1.
Yeah, he'll be in lot 1, handing out free ass grabs.
Just another thing to add to the
I'll be
list.
in orange, head to toe. I found some orange pants off Amazon that came today.
There'll be 10,000 wings. There'll be 482 beers. There'll be 4 ass cheeks to fondle because it's just Greg and you.
And then it's like $100 per month subscription.
Yeah, right. We're gonna start doing VIP where you can sit right next to John, who's passed out in the fucking chair.
Yeah, John thinks that.
Yeah. And $200 gets you the gold star VIP, and you get to sit on Pork Chop's lap.
Right.
There it is.
And he always has a boner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And
So
for
just
$300,
know that.
for $300, you can eat with Anthony. Share a plate.
I gotta run, guys. But score prediction: 31-17. Good guys.
Hey,
It's gonna
that's
be
a good
awesome.
score. That score
was
could
that the
pay
one
out
you won your
real
bet on?
good. That's the score. 31-17.
Oh man.
But by the way, Joe.
Maybe that's why those numbers are stuck in my
Right?
head.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe, it was awesome meeting your friend yesterday at Kroger's. I'm at Kroger's just minding my own business.
Yeah.
It's like late at night, and this guy pulls me over. I'm like, who are you? I'm like, this guy's
Come
like,
here,
hey,
Greg. Let's go in the bathroom.
No.
Bathroom.
No, I just didn't know who. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Who is
Want to
this?
eat some ass?
Yeah,
No.
that's my boy.
No, really,
Trevor.
really cool guy. I can't wait to see you and him Sunday night.
Yeah, he'll be down here with me. He was down with me at the last Bills game, and I said it's only fitting since you got kind of cheated out of the whole experience that you go to this one. So
Right.
So all right, guys, I got to run. It was awesome seeing you. See you guys Sunday. Love you. Who day?
Except Derek.
Love
Yeah,
you,
bro.
man. Good day.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so sad right now.
I know. That's why you should have went.
What the fuck, man? You put the thing out there. All these people in the chat. Nobody's hopping on.
Yeah,
Hop
no one
on.
likes
Say
this.
hi.
Hey, Rob, no, my boss, Rob, please do not hop. No,
Rob, hop on. Say hi.
Greg's
That's
got
all
something
right.
else for you to hop on, Rob.
We're an hour and 40 minutes in. We can end it. I just thought, you
Yeah.
know, maybe we'd do something a little different for fun, but, you know, it's all
I mean,
right.
it's been a while since we put the link out.
No one loves us like that.
Nope. They don't like us. They don't like us, but that's okay.
I'm trying to put this thing on Twitter. Like I DM, I'm trying to like put it as an actual tweet. Like, oh, congratulations, and it's like, oh, it's just not sending it.
Oh.
Which everybody, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. We got a tweet out there right now. to win a jersey, courtesy via the Chop.
Bro,
yeah,
when
go
I
out
win,
there,
we all
subscribe,
win.
post the picture that you have subscribed, and actually, while you're out there, hit the bell for the notifications, guys, because hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these, and maybe we'll throw in a couple late nights as well, some after game reactions and stuff like that. We just go, a lot of times we go live whenever we feel, or whenever Dale feels like it.
Right.
Hey, I don't control what you guys do. I'm trying to catch up on the tweets and the entries here. See,
I will say this, that the jersey, I plan on doing like Mr. Meow. I won a jersey from him, and he did a pretty good thing. I just like went to Fanatics and I got the link and I sent it to him, and he ordered it with my address, and I can do that, or I can order it from my jersey hookup and it'll be all stitched. Either way, but the one from Fanatics will come quicker, but it's got the vinyl lettering on it, and the one from my hookup will have stitched. But
so either way,
you
guys just let Chop know how you want to do it.
Yeah, my hookup takes about 5 weeks to get your jersey, but yeah.
Yeah, Fanatics would be easier and quicker, probably.
It would be easier and it would be quicker. That's for damn sure. I got my jersey in like a week after I ordered it from Fanatics.
Derek's rubbing himself.
I got this one from my hookup.
Did you?
Is that a Dax Hill?
I was actually very.
Your hookup is DHgate.
Yeah, your hookup is DHgate.
Oh, yeah,
your hookup is not a secret.
No,
your
hookup,
it's not a secret.
It has a whole app for your phone.
Yeah.
Hey. I was just going to say though, like I was very happy because a lot of times you'll order them and the orange color. I was a little worried about buying the orange, but yeah, this one turned out really nice.
Yeah, Derek's hookup also sells dildos.
Yeah. No, I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. So this is one that I bought. This is the one that I'm getting ready to ship out to Dalton Signature. If you look, the colors
a little different.
Yeah.
Just slightly. This one's a little more neon, but it's not. I mean.
Yeah, but it's like $30, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So fuck. It's like $30. So is it worth it? For a barely a shade off? Hell yeah. They just don't make them in super big fat chop size.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I got a chop hookup as well.
So like my hookup, like the Juice Gang one I just ordered, 5X custom, $80.
Yeah. Still,
I mean, it's a good hookup.
Yeah, because it's 170 on Fanatics for.
Yeah, and with stitched, it's not 170 stitched. That's vinyl, right?
For regular, like
that's for those vinyl letters. So this one's all.
I don't give a shit, man. I don't care. I don't care about having the stitched, honestly.
No.
I mean, like for me, like
right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I love that Jamar Chase one, and it's vinyl.
And it is Dax Hill. My dude. I got two of them.
I just thought I thought you were going to put a fan of the year patch on it and be like, the Bengals gave me this.
Yeah.
Did I win? Well,
you should all get them.
I did not win fan of the year, but I made this for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
I did fan of the year in my own heart.
In my own heart. That's exactly what I was about to say. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then we could be like, oh, my God, it's fan of the year, guys, in lot 1. That would be fun.
2 of them for this year, apparently.
Well, I mean, no, I know, but he's a big Jim's tailgate. Tony is. So we could be like, we got our own fan of the year here in lot 1. Look at him. He's got the jersey. It has to be him.
Yeah.
That's the fan of the year patch and everything. I mean, it's a neon orange.
Nobody will know who it is either, Derek, because you got that mask on.
Yeah.
He's our China supporting fan of the year.
Yeah. China voted.
You're right.
2 different fan of the years.
And they got a lot more people in China.
I'm the Wish version fan of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the Wish fan of the year.
Hey, look, Dale, you want a different shirt every day. This is my shirt today. Playoff.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, the smoother, the cleaner, the better to me, Chop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's always been my take too.
I agree. That's why I said, Greg, you're like sorry to bitch about your stuff, but I like it because you know what? Some people like the busy shit. Some people like the simple shit. So I do both.
I tell you what, the Sunday Monday hat would go great with the shirt Dale gave me. That hat's very tempting.
Which, speaking of hats, our guy Bengals and Bourbon has a pretty elite Juice Gang hat out there right now.
Yeah,
if you guys want one of those, reach out to him because those suckers are fire.
Well, I thought you were going to talk also about if you're coming to Lot 1 and coming to our tailgate, Travion Williams people is going to be there doing some giveaways, and they're also selling a hat if you guys haven't seen that floating around Twitter. So,
yeah, if you
I
want
don't know what they're going to be giving
that,
away. I think they're going to be giving away like raffling off and giving away like some autograph stuff, even of Travion's probably. So,
yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. If you want more information of that, search Bengals Captain on Twitter or on X, whatever you call it. I'm sure you've already seen it, but
Twitter X.
He's got all the information on that. But yeah, there's a lot of pretty cool stuff that they're giving away.
And if you want to see Greg's nipples again, you can go to bsg.com onlyfans.com/bsg.
Yep.
Subscriptions are $19.99 per month.
Exactly.
No.
It's a lot for your $19.99.
It's $30 a month. I got too many fans. I had to up the price.
Oh, there's some good feet pics on there though.
If you're into butthole pictures,
what the hell?
Oh,
oh shit!
I kicked him off.
Subtle flex. Subtle flex.
What's up? That was it. They're going.
Who did it? What's up, buddy?
What's up, Corey?
Hey.
What are you guys doing? Doing a show or something?
Oh, you got a show going on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
We're busy drinking.
Well, we're pretty much at the. Yeah, Chop. Why don't you go hang out?
Where you guys at?
We're down at March 1st down here at Fountain Square. We're about to head to Listerman's. Listerman's Brewery,
yeah.
Listerman's, isn't that
that thing's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. He's doing ZTV or something. It's on Dana Avenue.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Corey
minutes.
Dillon. Corey, is that one of those the black owned?
Yeah, he got We went to Black Oak. He got all the free stuff, dude.
That's awesome, Corey.
He got everything, dude.
Got
They
everything.
hooked you up.
Got all hooked up.
Hey, they were real cool, man. They treated me right. It's an amazing place.
Sweet.
Yeah, all the shit they have is awesome too. Like it all looks clean as hell.
The jacket he got is fucking awesome. I'm jealous. I want one.
Yeah, it was for free. It was free.
Yeah.
Hey, don't they know who you are, Jeff? Jeff, they don't know who you are?
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Nope. I was just some dude with it.
Hey.
He's like, I'm Strawberry Ice, goddammit!
Yeah, he said, hey, I'm Corey Dillon's fucking co-host.
We walked in the door, and I'm like, hey, this is Corey Dillon. I'm like, all right, I'll get out the way. I'm like, all right, it's Corey Dillon.
You got stiff-armed.
Jeff was sitting in the fucking car like, come on, Corey. We got to go. Where's the at?
They pulled the Heisman on your ass.
Like, good, man. Don't even worry about Jeff. He was all right. He's all right.
So
we're gonna jump off. We gotta catch an Uber and get to Listerman. So
yeah, we all
right,
trying
guys.
next week, man.
Hey, be safe, y'all.
Man, I doubt I'm in for the night, but I'm gonna be there tomorrow. And are we going to do something after your thing tomorrow, Corey? Tomorrow night?
Yes. And we'll do something
right.
tonight.
Boom. So that's good.
Hey, and if we don't,
I gotta scrub my taint.
We're definitely hanging out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, boys.
That'll work.
Looking forward to it.
All right,
later, guys.
Who day?
Who day?
Man,
Jeff's
shout out
boner
Corey Dillon,
is
man.
giant right now.
Oh, it was protruding through those pants.
Yeah.
I could see it clear from Brown
He's
County.
probably got to be careful when he walks behind Corey. He doesn't bump him with it.
Yeah, Crip. Oh, you guys doing a show or something? I'm just here with Corey Dillon.
Yeah.
I was hanging with Corey Dillon, and I
Yeah,
saw a notification that you guys were on. What's going on? Let me pop on here real quick.
That went though. That Black Coast. Oh, Corey Dillon! Holy shit, man! Let us look you up with all this, and it's like, hey, white guy, go fucking say that.
Oh man. Hey, shout out Black.
Go sit in the car.
All that stuff is fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
I
but
want
it's
that
out of-
jumpsuit so bad.
It's out of
man.
my price range.
Oh, I know.
But
keep
free,
looking at it.
that's a good price.
Oh,
range.
dude, free's not a bad price. That jacket
that's
is
good.
sweet.
You think I could pull off that jumpsuit? I mean,
You wear a fucking superhero costume, right? Of course you
wear a
can.
superhero outfit.
right.
You got it
All
like
right.
that, Derek.
Hmm?
I said
I
you
got
got
it?
it like that.
Man.
It's true.
Stud.
You do got it like that. I'm gonna have to grab your ass one time, see if it's as good as Joe's.
Hey, we'll have an ass contest.
He's actually
Man,
got an ass.
I do, man. You ain't
You got
seen
a
that?
dumper?
Yeah, he
Little
does.
dumpy.
Got you a little dump truck going on there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right.
I got an ass worth eating, Greg.
I'm gonna feel it, but Greg can eat your ass. I'm just gonna feel it.
So, Chop, are you going?
You going over there tonight?
I mean,
Tonight? No,
Corey
not tonight.
basically begging you to go party with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I might chill out for the night from working, but no, tomorrow we're definitely hanging out. But I'm halfway tempted right now.
Corey didn't say your name at all. He was like pork chop. He was like pork chop. He didn't
I
say
have
my
to
name
shower.
either, Greg.
What time are they there till?
He'd say I think the thing starts at what 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Corey fucking loves pork chop. He was like, pork chop, where you at?
Right. Jeff's like, no, I'm just kidding.
That's why I'll probably wait till tomorrow. That way it's
Yeah,
more
you don't
special.
want to steal Jeff.
You don't.
Best friend's
and
night.
you don't want to seem desperate. You know, you're making Corey wait on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh,
Oh no.
meat.
This guy's naked.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hand down.
Boys,
What's up, Magic Miguel?
Yeah,
2 days away from football.
that's right. Who days away?
Are you ready for some football?
Oh, some football, some Sunday night football.
Oh,
Figuring out how my camera works here. Okay, that's better.
So the way
You
it
should have
works
cleaned
is
the
you
cum
point it
off of it
towards
first.
you.
It's like
yeah.
a
Your
little-
your lens has still got some of that
Your
semen on
lens.
it.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
just
he's going to full
I've
grandpa
got
mode
it's
with the camera right now.
scratched. I've scratched on the camera and I can't.
It's a scratch.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like
scratch.
it looked like a little something else, a little crusty.
it's not cum at all.
No, I have to overshoot.
What do you think about that pop in by Corey Dillon? And
Look at this guy, Magic Miguel, Philippines, Superflex.
Flex.
What happened? What I miss?
Jeff popping on with Corey.
Yeah.
Superflex.
Yeah, right.
well,
What are
got-
you doing?
You got a
Napping?
key to the game?
Score more points than the other team.
That's what I thought.
There it is. It's as
I
simple
felt
as
it.
that.
I have
That's a
yet to
good
see a
key.
team lose when they do that.
Santori's just waiting on me to, which I've been in the house yet, so I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to play
I'm
Madden
waiting
now.
to kick your ass in Madden.
Yeah, we got to play some Madden. We love it. We've been
You
playing
guys need to
Madden.
stream it one time.
I don't know how to do any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm going to say, man, you know I don't. I'm old as
Man.
fuck. Like,
If
We are
fucking
not-
Santori doesn't know how to do it, then I don't know if it can be done.
I think I can. I think I could get Madden, but I don't know if I could play online yet or not.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
not?
not. I am
played
not as technically equipped as I used to be.
I played
Technology has passed you up.
the last Madden I played was it was last year, and I got it and I played it like 3 times. And
Wait a minute.
Last time Pork Chop played Madden, it had like fucking Jim Thorpe on the cover.
Last time I played Madden, it was called Tecmo Bowl.
I was going to say it was called Tecmo, but that's exactly what I was
Wait,
going to
no.
Hey, Tecmo Bowl was good.
Yeah.
Yes, it was good.
Is Kieran good at Madden? Have any of you played him yet?
I've played him a couple times.
Does he build the all LSU team?
He's competitive for sure.
Can't
I
imagine.
don't want to
Kieran.
talk about. I played him once, and he beat me 14-8, and I have not been able to play him again, and it's driving me crazy.
He's
It's
got
like
me
at
once.
least
I've
play
got-
me again. You know,
I
one
think
game.
we've played each other 3 or 4 times. I think it's even between the two of us.
You don't want to screw up that winning percentage, Dale.
I know it's driving me crazy.
I had one the other day. I played some random kid online, and I had the lead. He kicked the ball off to me with like 4 minutes left, so I ran it out of the end zone and took a knee at the 2, and then I went 98 yards on the ground and just ran the whole fourth quarter away. Kid was pissed. I was like, I ain't giving you the fucking ball back.
Listen.
Listen.
Oh, nope. I got this right here. But I was going to say, I will get it come Black Friday, and I'll play you guys, and you guys can all make fun of me.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, I like it, man. I don't have the headset. The kids have the headset like in their room, and it was my headset, but I'm like, I'm not, nope. But I hadn't used it in a while.
If you go to the Walmart, they got a headset and controller on sale right now. It's normally an $80 bundle. I got it for like $35, $38, something like that.
But it's just as easy for me. Like me and Santori, we'll just get on the phone and put it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now they allow crossovers now, right? Like
yeah, they do.
Xbox versus PlayStation, or
I don't know if is Madden like.
I'm pretty sure they started that cross-platform.
I don't know because my brother has PlayStation, and that's what he asked me. I was like, I don't know, but I bought the cheapest like online. So there's like there's the one that's like premium, basically. What I don't fucking know. I got the core or whatever, like the cheapest fucking one for 6 months. So
yep. Oh my gosh, guys! You know what we forgot to announce?
Titties.
We're an hour and 55 minutes in, and what did we forget?
we already talked about it Wednesday.
Joe Burrow coming on the show Monday.
Rule of the jungle, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it Wednesday. It's not like we haven't talked
Friday. We got to promote it again.
You're not even going to be there. That's the worst part.
I know.
Like, look, I mean, here's Corey Dillon in town. Oh, Chad, Willie. Oh, Clark.
Maybe
Roy,
Chad.
You guys want me to go cry in a corner? Because I will do that. I mean,
No, we just want you to put your foot down one time.
I said to Sarah today, I'm like, hey,
you just drive up and tailgate.
I'm like, we could go up to the tailgate.
There you go.
Do you need to ask her for you?
Yeah. Just next time you're over here, and when I'm at work, just ask her real quick.
That's probably that's probably what I'll do some next year. With not having my tickets unless I decide to put them on credit card.
Damn, I should have bought your lot 1
That
pass.
fucking shit's tempting still. No, he gave it to me, Chop. That lot 1 pass was spoken for.
All right.
Yeah. I was a good friend.
Well, I got one though.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I know how you get yours.
I got to see.
I was thinking about getting one through the same method.
We'll leave the secrecy at that.
Yeah, I would have also tried. I would have tried to get my lot pass the same way if Derek wouldn't have gave me his.
Yes.
All right, guys. I guess that's my cue because I was about to say I went this whole show with no internet issues, and now it's starting to break up. So
you're just fine. You look beautiful.
Yeah, pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, Santori wants to tongue your.
Santori's wagging his tongue at you. Oh, back that ass up.
Meat.
All right, we can end this one 2 hours.
All right,
that's
on that note,
a decently long show.
This has been Bengals and Brews.